Welcome to the Mallorca Files. In this episode, we're going to be looking at relocating to Mallorca. If you're considering moving over from the UK or from America, then this episode is going to be for you. We will discuss the pros and cons of the island. The easiest visa to get for Spain is called the non-lucrative visa. The non-lucrative visa in Spain is the most convenient way to live in the country. However, you must meet certain standards. What is a non-lucrative visa? A non-European citizen can obtain the one-of-a-kind residency permit in Spain with this visa. This visa is for persons who want to live in Spain for a long period. The key points are, specifically, the primary applicant needs to demonstrate that they have at least 28,000 euros. If you bring a family member, you must provide an additional 7,200 for each person. Spain will not allow you to work after the first year of residency in Spain. Individuals can renew their visa every 2 years. You must prove you have no employment or economic activity taking place in Spain. Your national visa application form, non-working residence visa application, a photograph, valid unexpired passport, proof of financial means, health insurance, criminal record certification, medical certification, proof of residency in the consulate district. This point may be subjective, depending on the consulate, and proof that you don't work anywhere else in the globe. They will do a background check. You must show that you have no criminal history or that you've committed a crime. You can use various documents to prove your financial means while you're staying in Spain. This evidence includes bank statements provided by banks at least 6 to 12 months before your application date. These should show a stable income and balance. Demonstrating your savings, bank statements again cannot be more than 6 months old, and they must prove that the money is available to you. You should submit the statements to a Spanish consulate. Investments, you can use evidence of investments such as properties, stocks, bonds, or submit documentation that reflects the value and the stability of these investments. Pensions. If relying on a pension, provide official documentation showing regular pension receipts. This documentation could verify also that you receive a stable income. For other income sources, such as rental incomes, dividends, or additional financial support, for example, having 15,000 in savings and 15,000 and an annual pension of 15,000 qualifies you for the visa also. Documentation required to apply for the visa. You can only apply for this visa for outside the EU. I will provide a link here to this website where you can check the information. The other forms of visas, such as a digital nomad visa or golden visa or a retirement visa, I will leave links for these down below in the comments section. Moving to the island is probably not as simple as it might seem. The island has changed a great deal over the many years. I've been here 17 years. And things have changed a lot since then. But I have never regretted my decision, and I absolutely love it here. So I'm sure that you would do too when you come over. But let's go through some of the problems that took place when I came here. When I came, I literally just sold up, and within 2 days I was here. I had visited the island previously before that, trying to decide if I would like it or not. So I did come over 3 or 4 times previously to get the feeling. Once you've got that feeling and you know you're going to make the commitment to doing that, then it's just a decision to do it. But what I absolutely ensure that you must do is select your area. Now, going to visit these places, you may have gone to Andratx, or you may have gone to Soya, or you may have gone to Calador, or you may have gone to Palma. Now, each one of those places during the winter has a completely different feel. So, I would suggest, first of all, if you come, try to rent somewhere. So rent in the place that you want to stay in. That will give you some idea of the feeling. And then after that, you can decide as whether you want to change your location or whatever. If you've got kids, schooling is going to be important. So, bringing your kids over and putting them into a school is another important thing. So the local schools are very good. But again, you have to choose wisely. I tended to stay in Palma. I lived in Palma because I'm originally from a city. And the great thing about Palma is the island's so small that you can drive everywhere within 40 minutes. I mean, you can get to the north, you can get to the other side of the island, you're pretty central. Whereas if you're over in Calador, in the summer months, it's beautiful. In the winter, like I say, it can be pretty quiet there. So you're going to be a little bit out on your own. So take that into consideration. Soya, Dea, Valdemosa, Andrach even, all those places in the winter are completely different. They're quiet. The population of Dea drops down to about 600 people in the winter. So a lot of places are closed, a lot of businesses closed down. Most of the hotels will shut down from the 31st of October and they're closed down until the 1st of April. So the whole island winds down a little bit. Obviously the temperatures drop down and of course hiking season starts and cycling season starts. So it's great for those things. But if you're coming here looking for work, there's not so much work around. So what I would suggest is do your research before you come over. I will drop into the comments section down below some of the links for you to be able to look into to find possible work. You can work as digital nomads. A lot of people have been doing that recently. But once again, the visa situation changes the whole time. So I'll drop those details down below anyway so you can check all those things out. So it's really important that you look into these things before you do come. So do your research, don't just jump over here. Learning Spanish, because it will separate. Of course, people do speak English, but learning Spanish, if you want to integrate into society and move around fluid, the most important thing to you to do. It took me a long time to pick that up. I basically used to read the newspaper. I would go to a cafe and read the newspaper every single day with my coffee just to get to learn Spanish words and just to find out what's going on at the same time. So I highly suggest doing that as well. All over the nationalities coming to live here from all over the world. It's not just there was Swedish, there was a lot of French coming over. English, obviously, Germans were very big. Scandinavian people are here as well. So there's a big mix of us all here at the moment. And of course, the local Mallorquins. And the local Mallorquins, as you probably would do in your own town, are feeling a bit chased out of their own island at the end of the day. So it's really important that we engage with those and they will engage with us. They're very secretive, they're very suspicious. Of course, in the last years, it's been called massification, and they're absolutely saturated of their own island and everything's been sold. So at the moment, the feeling is of abuse of that island more than anything else. But don't let that hinder you. It's still a great place to come to. But please, if you're coming here, essentially integrate. The cultural things that take place on the island are fantastic, and I love all those little things, and hence this is why we have them up on the channel, and I really like to show you all the great things that happen. But yeah, so next I'll look at some of the features. These are just a few reasons to come and live in Mallorca. Beautiful mountain villages. History. of these beautiful things are more than enough reasons to come and live on this wonderful island.